A very good morning to one and all. How are you? Hope you all are healthy and fit at your place. Now I am here with my new video of basics of Microsoft Word. Okay, so here in this video we will discuss about the WordPad, basic introduction of Microsoft Word 2010 and the components of the Microsoft Word's window. Okay, so for further practical work we will move to our window screen.
So students, in this video we are going to learn the basic intro of our Microsoft Word 2010, okay? So here first we will discuss what is a word processor. As we all know that Microsoft Word is also called the word processor. So word processor is a type of application software that used to create all kinds of text documents. Means if we want to create a formatted text document, then we will use the word processor, okay? So here it can also be used to add the images, sounds, charts in our document. Means in our document, if we are using a word processor, then we will add our image, sound, audio, video and charts at all in our document, okay? After that, here are some advantages of our word processor. A document can be changed without retyping the entire document. Means if we want to do change in any particular document, then we don't need to retype it, okay? We can just save it and again we have to save it, okay, with the another file name. If there is a typing mistake, it can be corrected easily. Okay, it is easy to insert the word, sentence or paragraph in the middle of a document. Means if we want to insert any sentence, any word or any paragraph in the middle of our document, then we can easily insert it, okay? The text can be duplicate easily without typing it again. Means if we want to create any line again, and if we want to create any duplicate text, then we don't need to write it again and again. We just have a command, copy it, paste, okay? A document can be saved for the future use. Means if we require any file in the future, then we can save it, okay, for the future use. Now the next is Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is a word processing program that we discussed earlier. It provides the facility for the documentation. Means if we want to create any text file or if we want to do the documentation, then we will use the Microsoft Word, okay? It's a word processor. It can be used to create and type the letters, reports, newsletters, brochures, etc. Like word processor or the Microsoft Word can be used to create the reports, letters, newsletters, resumes, brochures, at all, okay? Now the next is uses of Microsoft Word for office work, okay? Number one, preparing the letters. Means if we want to create any kind of letter, like if we want to create the resume and formal or informal letter, then we will also use the Microsoft Word, okay? The next is preparing the application. It can also be used for the applications, okay? The third one is preparing notice. It is also used to prepare the notice that in the official and non-official way, okay? After that, it can also be used in the preparing the facts at all, okay? Preparing the memorandums, preparing the legal pleadings, preparing the meeting agendas, preparing the calendar at all, and preparing the resume, preparing the reports, okay? So here are 10 uses of our Microsoft Word that we can use in our office work, okay? The next is, here we will learn about the components of Word interface, okay? Or we can say the part of a MS Word Windows interface, okay? Here you have seen the MS Word window appears on your screen. So now we will discuss the components of the screen, okay? At first, at the top, here this one is your title bar, okay, where you can say the title of your file. Means you can, if you have saved any file with a particular name, then you have seen the title here, okay? Now here this one is your quick access bar. It contains by default three menus like save, undo and redo, okay? You can customize it according to your need, okay? Just click on this arrow and here you can find out the customize option. You can customize your window according to your need, okay? After that, This one is your menu bar, or you can say it the tabs. Okay, here you can find out the home, insert, page layout, references, mailing, preview, review, and view options. Okay, menu bars. Here, this one is your file menu. In in Word 2010, it replaces with the file menu. Okay, whereas in Word 2007, it has a office button. Okay, now here it is called the file menu. After that, this one is your toolbar. Okay, and here font, clipboard, paragraph, and styles and editing. These are the groups. Okay. After this, here you have seen the scroll bar. That is used to scroll the page up and page down, where you can perform the writing task. Here, after this one is the status bar that shows the status of your page, like page 1 of 1, words that you have typed here, English at all. Okay, this one is your document view. Here, this one is the slide zoom view. Okay, hope you all are clear with the MS Word. Now, the next is ribbon. Okay, the menus and the toolbars have been replaced with the ribbon. Okay, each tab relates to a type of activity such as writing or laying out a page. Okay, commands are organized in logical groups. Here, the commands are organized in a logical group. The next is the title bar. Title bar is located at the very top of the screen. On the title bar, Microsoft Word displays the name of the file that you are currently using. Okay, if you save any file with a name, then it can be shown in the title bar. Okay, after that, the rulers. The horizontal ruler can be used to set the tab, stop, and indents, or to adjust the width of the column. Means if you want to set the width of your page or your width of your column in a page, then you will use the horizontal ruler. The horizontal ruler or the vertical ruler can also be used to change the page margin or place item on the page. Means if you change the page margin or place item on the page, then you will use the horizontal or the vertical rulers. Okay, after that, the scroll bar. Scroll bar are used to move in the document. That is, if you want to put your page up and down, then you will use the scroll bar. Here, the browse button is used to move through a document in different ways. The default setting is by page. Here you have seen the scroll down arrow, browse button. These are the browse buttons. Okay, and browse selector is here. Okay, just like a dot, tiny dot. After that, the status bar. The status bar is a horizontal area at the bottom of the document window. It provides the information about the current state of the document. Means it found at the bottom. Okay, just upward the taskbar. Here you have seen it shows the current page number and total number of page, total number of words that you have typed on your document. Okay, basically it shows the current state of your document. The next is create new file. In PowerPoint, in Word or in Excel, how we can create the new file? We just have to click on the file menu, okay, which you have shown in the diagram. After that, you have to click here, you just select the new option and then double click on the blank document, then you will have a new file. Okay, the next is start a document from a template. So what is a template? A template is a pre-written document, okay, or you can say a demo document which is given to you for your practice. Okay, so for that, what we have to do, we just have to click on the file tab, then click on the new option. Under the available templates, do one of the following. You can select the sample template. To select a template that is available on your computer, or you can do the double click on the template that you want. Okay, you have two ways. After that, how to save a file? So save command is used to save a file, or you can use the shortcut key, that Ctrl+S to save a file. Okay, now the next is, if you save any file with Ctrl+S shortcut key or by clicking on the file menu, that your file is always saved, or your file must save with a file extension. Okay, that defines the file type of your file. Means the Word file have the extension doc or docx. Okay, the Excel file must have the xls or xlsx extension, and the PowerPoint file have the .ppt or .pptx extension. Okay, so here you have seen, you have first you have to select the destination where you have to save your file, and then select the folder. Then after that you have to write the name of your file, then a save dialog box appears, then just save it, okay, with a
That's all about today's presentation. If you have any doubt, any query related to the video, then you can contact me, WhatsApp me or drop a message in the drop box. Thank you. Have a nice day.